Well, from an English fan's point of view, more of the same. Women's 4x100m final. And the reigning champions, England, will start in lane number 5. And they'll start one lane inside the Jamaican team that they beat on the Gold Coast by 6/100ths of a second 4 years ago. Keep an eye on that games record, 41.83, set by Jamaica back in Glasgow in 2014. And that super world record by the Americans, way under that 41-second barrier. One of those tough nuts to crack in terms of world records. And Amusan is in. Toby Amusan, the world record holder in the 100-metre hurdles, a new Commonwealth champion, is starting off on the first leg for the Nigerian team. There's a Jamaican team. Kemba Nelson, experienced on the first leg. Jamaica won silver at the World Championships behind the USA. It was Nelson on the first leg. Natalia White will be on second. Ramona Birchall will be on third. And then a certain 5-time Olympic gold medalist and 2-time Commonwealth champion, Elaine Thompson-Hera, has been drafted in. And she has a chance to win 3 gold medals here at the Commonwealth Games. It has been done a couple of times before. Debbie Ferguson did it back in Manchester in 2002. And talking about experience, saw a quick shot there of Asha Phillip, who'll start off the England team. Emalia Lansico will go down the back straight. Justin Boyfriend, OJ Edeburan bring the England men's team home. Bianca Williams there will go round the top bend. And Daryl Nita has been brought in for Ashley Nelson on the last leg. That's a good team for England, who qualified second fastest for this final. So Tomi Amusan will have the responsibility. They were the fastest qualifiers, the Nigerians. There's Favour O'Philly, herself having a good Commonwealth Games here. She'll go down the back straight. Rosemary Chukwuma will go around the top bend. Una Ocha will go on the final leg for Nigeria. There's the Australian team. They'll start in lane number 8. Connolly to Masters. Jacinta Beecher. And Na Anang will be on the final leg for Australia. They qualified third fastest. And the swaying hips of the Trinidad and Tobago team who'll start in 2. That was St Fort on the first leg. The familiar figure of Michelle Lee IE will go down the back straight. Prito around the top bend in the sunshine. And Bertrand will be on the final leg for them. There she is, ready and poised to hopefully receive the baton in this women's 4x100m final. So our final event on the track of this last day of action here in Birmingham is the women's 4x100m relay final. The crowd absolutely buzzing, Steph, from that win for England. And now we're going back again onto the track for the English team to try and do it again. But we've just seen some of the athletes in the teams here. It's a tough ask, especially when you're bringing in Thompson-Hera.
Well, it's interesting. I love it when you get to the final and they, as you say, they bring in their heavy hitters. And so no matter what we saw in the heats, we don't actually know what's going to happen in the final.
And as we've just seen, you've got to get the baton to those on the later legs. Here we go then. Confirmation, the full start list for the women's 4x100m relay final. The fastest qualifiers, Nigeria in 4. The defending champions, England in 5. And never, ever write off a Jamaican sprint relay team. In lane 9 then, Scotland. Matheson, Rees, Malone and Spence qualified 8th for this 4x100m final. Australia, third fastest in qualifying, starting lane number 8. Connolly, Masters, Beecher, Anang. India will start in lane number 7. Really are having a great Commonwealth Games. That triple jump goal by Paul just a few moments ago. Chand Das Nanda Yaraji. And then there'll be a roar for Jamaica in 6. Their nation holds the Games record. Silver in 2018 behind England. Kemba Nelson is ready. Lane 5, the team from England. Second fastest in qualifying. Asher Phillips in that World Championship squad just a few weeks ago, leading them off. Nigeria in lane number 4, bronze in 2018. Amusam Ofili, the first 2 legs for them. In lane number 3 will be Ghana, the 6th fastest to qualify for this final. Boake, Ali, Oka and Hoare running for them. And there's your lineup for Trinidad and Tobago in lane 2. Inside 43.5 seconds to qualify, St. Fort, Ayi, Prito and Bertrand. So, a super men's 4x100m relay. And now our final action. Can England defend the title they won in 2018? Beating Jamaica by 6/100ths of a second on that occasion. I remember long jumper Lorraine Ugan bringing the baton home for the English side. Trinidad and Tobago in 2, Ghana in 3, Nigeria in 4, England in 5, Jamaica in 6, India in 7, Australia in 8, and Scotland in 9. The women's sprint relay final. It's a clean start as well. Amuzan getting out nicely in lane number 4, as expected. India going well in lane number 7, Australia in lane number 8 too. This is good running by Nigeria in lane number 4. All look pretty safe on the changeovers. Imani Lansiko flying down the back straight, as is Favour Ofili of Nigeria. Second changeover, hands held high. Australia on the outside in lane 8 going well. Nigeria though flying round with Chukwuma on the 3rd leg. Hands back for the Nigerians. A roar from her teammate. Nigeria going to take this one. England with Daryl Neater in 2nd. Keep an eye on Thompson here. The Jamaican superstar comes through for bronze for the Jamaican side. But 42.10 seconds, just outside the game's record. But that was brilliant from Nigeria. Absolutely superb. The quartet was fast. Toby Amusan was brought in. And she got the team off to an absolute flyer. 8R area record. Yes, indeed, Nigeria, you are the Commonwealth champions. England pick up the silver and Jamaica the bronze.
We've been saying all week how amazing the performances from the Nigerian women have been, both on the field and now in the sprints. And I was actually reading a quote by Favour Ofili, and she was talking about what the difference is. And she said, the difference is we now believe in ourselves. We believe we can compete with the rest of the world. And I think that performance by their relay team just highlights the mentality that is going through that team right now.
Yeah, it's a national record, so you can't do any more than that. The Nigerians confirmed as the gold medal winners. England in 2nd with Philip, Lansiko, Williams and Neater. And the flags are being draped by the Nigerian team. And Elaine Thompson here on the final leg, passing the Australian, passing Anang on the last leg for them. Anang would have known that the fastest woman alive was going to bear down on her. And Jamaica there confirmed with the bronze medal, a 3rd medal for Elaine Thompson-Herah at these Commonwealth Games. But what a wonderful send-off on our final morning session here. And understandably, as you say, Steph, look at the Nigerian team. Absolutely buoyed with talent and buoyed with speed.
And not just speed. I think to run that 100 meters, it's not just about speed, it's about that discipline and making sure that the baton gets around. And I think that really was what made the difference here, particularly for the Jamaicans, who didn't always have the best exchanges. It was almost like England after the first exchange and then the second exchange. That's when they kept making up their ground.
Australia were flying at this point. Fair play to the Australians. They were the 3rd fastest qualifiers there. Haven't got the raw speed, as you say, Steph, like the English team or the Jamaican team. But that was a really, really good run by the Australians there on the left of the shot. But keep an eye on Thompson-Herah. Daryl Neater would have known that the 4-5 metre deficit was not going to be clawed back with the flying Nigerian. But Thompson-Herah, in the final few strides, picks up the bronze for Jamaica. But in the sunshine, a very good run and a deserved run with the shout and the scream from Rosemary Chukwuma. Absolutely brilliant.
Her bend, by the way, Chukwumba, was absolutely sensational. That was where a big part of that lead came from. She stormed that second bend. They are such a good team, the Nigerians. And isn't it interesting that it's the women's team from Nigeria who've been on fire here in Birmingham? I think that's quite significant for African sport, not just athletics, but for African sport per se. The Nigerian women performing brilliantly. And watch this third leg round the bend, Steph, from Chukwumba. It was sensational.
Bend running is really different from running in a straight line, and you can see that she was having to almost veer to the outside of her lane just to control that speed, and then really came in to make sure there was nothing that was going to go wrong with that final exchange.
Well, it didn't. Nothing went wrong with either the first, second or third changeovers for the Nigerians. Third leg runner Rosemary Chukwumba there. Still crossing the line and slowing down. Here's a ISO, the shout by the incoming athlete. You shouldn't look back when you're the outgoing runner. You see the mark being hit by the incoming runner and you set off until you are told to put your hand back. That's what the outgoing runners did. And a super last event. 7 medals the Nigerian women have picked up here. 8 for the Nigerian team in total. That good feeling, Steph, when you know you're on the way.
Now, I love
a little bit of clear ground there.
But I love this shot because Elaine Thompson-Herah isn't even in it right now. And I feel like I've been fangirling her all week. But to get the baton as far down as she was and still come out and know she can get that bronze, I mean, just what an amazing performance from her, who's already spent so much time out on this track.
Confirmation then of the women's 4x100m relay. That area record for Nigeria, brilliant, 42.10 seconds. England on this occasion, unlike 4 years ago, now they pick up the silver with 42.41, and Jamaica pick up the bronze.